Welcome everyone to our next survival game guide in our Sons of the Forest series. So today we are going to be talking about the 3D printer that exists in the game. We're going to go over its location, the different kind of recipes that are on it, and how to use it essentially. So first things first, we're going to find this pesky 3D printer. It happens to be, if I pull up our little friend here, that green dot right there, and I'll kind of zoom out so you can kind of get an idea of its location. It's the green dot we're headed to. Let's zoom in. And you can see there's kind of like a stream that basically leads up to it. So we're just going to follow this stream here, more or less, and head that way. Now, there are a few things, like here, for example. This poor gentleman is here. But there is, let's get rid of that. Some stuff here, which I think I'm full on, yeah. But there are, a few crates on the way, so you to grab onto. A little bit of ammo, we'll take that too, thanks. We have friends around too. They're honestly almost adorable. But there are a few roads around, as you can kind of see, like those yellow lines on our mini-map there. Those indicate roads, so where there's roads, there could be a number of patrols. So keep an eye and keep that in mind and keep an eye out. It might be a bit hairy getting here, so we're almost there. Let's zoom in a little bit just so we can see a little better. Yeah, just gonna follow this little stream. I'm lucky in that this stream basically leads to the ocean, which is where my base is. So the 3D printer isn't too far for me, and I believe you can make a pretty good number of items in there. So it doesn't hurt to have your base too close to the 3D printer if you can help it. So one of the things to look out for, one of the landmarks that indicates you're close to where its location is this golf cart. It's kind of hard to see, obviously. It's all, in foliage and whatnot. But once you find this golf cart, you're basically right there, because this is the cave, the cave where the printer is in. So go to the stream, find the golf cart, head to the cave. So we're going to head into the cave here. We're going to squeeze in. Alright, we're going to take out our handy dandy lighter, which I don't think I have equipped. So it's going to take a hot moment to load. Goodness gracious. It's thinking about it. It's like, oh, I don't know, you're making me do a lot of things all at once. Whee, that was rough. That was a rough moment. Wait for it to load in here. There we are. Alright, get our lighter going here so we can see what the heck we're doing. And we're just going to go through this little cave here into this most mysterious bunker. And the good thing about this part is that there aren't any enemies in here, at least not yet. So, you can kind of come in without worrying too much. So the 3D printer is right inside this room. That's it, right over there. As you can see, this room is pretty great. You have some stuff in here just to, to stock up on. You got batteries, you got your duct tape, which I'll grab, thank you. You have resin itself in here, some wire. In the corner here, you have some arrows for you to pick up and use and all that. If you open this up, you got some medications, some more batteries, some more of those guys, and some more resin and stuff. So there's a decent amount of stuff in here. You can also save and sleep here. So this is not bad if you're if you need a little bit of a breather to get away from all the enemies. Just quick come in here, take a moment, and do what you need to do. Now here's the 3D printer. It does take resin to work, like a standard 3D printer. And you can find resin all throughout the island. Obviously there's some in here too. You can carry, I believe, the most, at this moment anyway, is 1,000 milliliters of resin. And that's basically what this guy can carry to. So we'll kind of just fill it up here. And you press and hold E, obviously, to do that, to fill up the printer with the resin. Just like anything else, the resin does kind of respawn whenever time you load in or whatever, leave the area, essentially. So you can keep that in a pretty decent stock pretty easily. Now for the 3D printer itself, as you can see, you can make a few things, including this armor here. And we'll just kind of go through the different recipes. So here's to figure out what you want to make, you got to use this laptop. So our first option here is is an arrow. You can make a flask, a mask, most mysterious, grappling hooks, and the tech mesh. And the tech mesh is what you use to make that armor there. And I'll explain more of that in another video. In fact, I'll explain all these different blueprints in upcoming videos here. So look for that. But you can also make the sled, which is a very helpful transportation tool. Like if you're up in the mountains and you want to very quickly get to the bottom, make a sled and have some fun sledding. You can also use them in the rivers. They're a lot of fun down the river, just saying. But that's basically the different kind of blueprints so far. Anyway, they might add more. We'll have to see. That you can make. And obviously each one has, it requires a different amount of resin, with the sled being the one that needs the most there with 1,000. So, you fill it up and then you go ahead and make it. And just to show you, we'll just go ahead and let's just make a flask because that sounds great. So you press and hold E once you have it, once you're set, and then you literally just kind of like wait. Doesn't take too long. We watch this little happy person just chill there. And we'll just kind of sit in the corner or something and just wait. Honestly, that dark hall is a little creepy, I'm not going to lie. But there it is, all done. It says it's ready, so we can pick it up. There we are. And we have our flask. So that's basically what you do, is you just kind of like, fill it with resin and then print out what you want. And just to go kind of like further in detail into like what else is inside the 3D printer room, we'll kind of like go down this not so spooky hall, this light of the tunnel kind of hallway. We'll run down here. Super bright. Put your sunglasses on. And you basically come into this room, and there's a few things around. There's some wires, a few resources that you can find here. There's also this book, which I'm not too sure, like if it has if it's like a collectible or what. The book is, I think I just passed it actually. Oopsie. But yeah, they had like that thing right there, just kind of like hanging out. But the book, which I thought was around here, unless I'm mistaken it for somewhere else, it might be back in the 3D printer room. But anyway, so there's like a book that you can collect. I'm not quite sure its purpose, but it's there. But this room here obviously is locked, and I do not have a key card for it. So if you want to proceed, you're going to need to get one of those key cards. And I think there's music playing on the other side of that door, so very mysterious, right? So that's kind of like it. But this room itself is it's safe here. So at least so far it is. So you can kind of just you can't. I don't think you can really build much of a base here. Like, you could probably put like a tent or something down. I think you can even maybe put campfire down potentially too. So like it could be a base. Granted, Virginia and Calvin can't come down here with you, so it's like not the most ideal location, I would say. You can have a few instead of them. You can have a little robot cleaning friend, I suppose. But if this is really just kind of like if you need a quick moment to just breathe and get your bearings, this is a place that you can do that in. And obviously you can also craft different stuff and whatnot. So that's pretty awesome. But that's basically the gist of it with our 3D printer here. So that's the location. You can find it pretty easily, and it's not hard to access the 3D printer at all. As long as you have resin, you're good to go. So that's about it. Other than that, if you guys have questions, do be sure to ask in the comments there, and I'll be sure to answer. Other than that, I guess that's about it. Like I said, I will be doing a video on the different things that you can produce and like what they're used for and all that in some upcoming videos. So keep an eye out for that. But until then, keep surviving, keep thriving.